Perspective by Kimberly Saint. That's me. Okay, so today's poem meditation is I found a key and it unlocked me. So this poem is a really interesting one to me. I was trying to think, what was the key? And I think it was like all the little things that brought me back to my awareness of myself, of helping me really truly become fully Kim and stop being a follower and trying to be under control. It was many things. It was breath work. It was yoga, meditations. It was reading self-help books. It was discovering my creative side. It was writing. It was leaning into all the things that naturally came to me. I wasn't trying to fit in anymore because I didn't fit. I didn't fit there anymore. And I kind of became aware of like this unraveling that like, you know, I'd grown up a certain way in a household where I went to church all the time. And I kind of was taught to believe in God in a certain way. It was like, believe in God and always choose God, and it was always about God. And it was never ever about you. It was always about like serving and giving and all outward stuff, which can also be really, really beautiful. And I'm thankful for my time there. But I started to become aware of how important it is to learn how to believe in yourself. Like, how could I believe in God if I don't even believe in myself? That's so interesting. So out of nowhere, I started going on this gorgeous journey of learning how to believe in Kim. And the more that I lent into that, the more that I was like, oh, like, the more I look inside myself, the more I like find a connection to God, but not in the way that I was taught before, not in the way that it was like rule following, not in the way that it was like a structured thing, or you have to be a part of the church to have it. There's one way to live, you know? It's like, there's not one way to live. There's many, many ways to live, and it's all personal, and it's all a reflection of who you are and how you decide to live and what's authentic and true and what rings true to you, and as you take on and leave what works for you and create the life as you want to live it. But there was this one beautiful moment at my journey towards the end of church where like before, I used to be such a hardcore follower. I would be like, yep, I'll do that, yep, like always a yes. And always respectful, always just following the rules and not trying to like disrupt anything, you know? And this one moment where I was at church, it was summer, I was wearing like a tank top, and I was asked before church had begun, hey, do you have anything to put over that shirt? You know, it's a bit like too risque. And usually I would say yes, absolutely, you know, but I couldn't. I'd found this key that was bringing me to myself and believing in myself more and my choices, and learning how to not fit in anymore, learning how to be myself. And this beautifully represented that to me, that I wasn't trying to fit anymore, that if I couldn't be myself 100%, if I wasn't accepted in a place, I didn't need to be there. And so I didn't have anything to cover it, and also I wasn't trying to cover it. I wasn't trying to hide anymore. So it was more than just the shirt, but yeah, I just wasn't trying to hide anymore. And so we had a little bit of a back and forth, and then she asked me to leave because it just wasn't appropriate what I was wearing. And it was quite upsetting because that had been my life for 35 years of going to church, following the rules, fitting in, all this stuff. And this one time where at the beginning of really navigating being myself, there was just like this it started to become a bit of a friction thing, and I just didn't fit there anymore. And so I'm so thankful for that representation, because I chose not to stay and hide myself. I chose to let go of that life that didn't serve me anymore and learn how to navigate my life outside the church. And what does that look like if I still believe in God or not, or like whatever. And it was interesting. It's been an interesting journey, really, because I still have a lot of that language, and I've been in the church for so long that that's what I knew, So as I am exiting out of that lifestyle, I still had a lot of that in me, of course. And so I've just been navigating, taking what still works for me and what doesn't, and not labeling myself as a Christian. I'm just Kim. I'm just, navigating this life like everyone else, and learning how to look inside myself and believe in myself. I think that's the most important thing, is believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, look inside yourself and really discover who you are, you will find that you have all you need. You may find God, you may not, but it doesn't matter. It's like whatever you find, whatever you discover, that's yours to keep. Don't just believe in someone else's story, because I think for so long I was believing in other people's story. Like, people would be like, yeah, this God thing, he's real, and I'd be like, okay. Or yeah, this, and okay. And now I just can't do that anymore. I now have to know for myself, and I have found this pathway back to myself, just this interesting, gorgeous key of really learning how to believe in myself more than I am empty and believe in God. You know what I mean? Now I'm really filling up who I am and believing that I can do this life, that I can live the life I want, that I have everything I need, that I can be confident and pursue and be brave and manifest the life I want, and know that the universe and I are in collaboration, we're intertwined, it's so beautiful. So now I would say I'm still, a spiritual person, but now I don't need someone else to tell me. I don't need, before I used to go to church and I needed, to hear what that person was saying, and now I can hear from myself. Now I can listen to what's going on in here and know what to do. And I would say the things that I learned from church was community is important, and it's really important to find your people. And so that's been a fun, interesting journey of navigating, finding that, because I've had that community for 35 years, and now I'm navigating what will my community look like now as I become this full version of who I am. What are the type of people I would attract now, and what are the things that I will find myself doing that I just wouldn't have done before because I was so stuck. But I'm just so thankful to have found the key that unlocked me back to myself, and it's truly, truly a gift, and I'm so thankful, so thankful. Okay, so let's do a poem meditation. I found a key and it unlocked me. Let's breathe. you go throughout your day, I want you to think about this and what it might mean to you. Okay, bye.